I'm going to start with a question I received earlier today, and it was why Louisiana? Why is Francine making this turn into Louisiana and not hitting us in southeast Texas? And the reason is hurricanes, tropical systems always follow the path of least resistance. So this area of high pressure is actually what's curving this toward Louisiana. We have this high out in New Mexico, and what it's really doing is blocking it from moving too far to the west. And so the path of least resistance is not here. It's actually Louisiana. And then once it gets to Louisiana, it's somewhat released, and then it heads toward St. Louis. And so this is what it looks like on the futurecast. There's that turn off to the northeast. Here's the hit in Louisiana. I'm expecting a little bit of rain tomorrow. You can see that in southeast Texas, not much. The eye is here right near Houma, Louisiana. You got the heavy rain in Baton Rouge and then also New Orleans. So all the impacts, the major impacts are here with storm surge, heavy rain, potentially for flooding, and that extends all the way through Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. You can really see what's happening, and the difference between being what's called the clean side of a hurricane or a tropical system, maybe a little light rain, but the heaviest rain is right where the center is and then off to the right. And so that's how things are shaping up for rain. As far as winds, because it is farther off to the east, and we talked about this yesterday, the winds are going to be completely different. If you remember yesterday, I was showing Galveston at some 40-mile-per-hour regular winds, and now they're in the teens. And so because it's so far off here to the southeast, the wind impact completely went away. In fact, all tropical storm watches are been basically canceled because of that. In fact, the strongest wind gusts I can find for tomorrow at 10 o'clock, Galveston, 22 miles per hour. Someone also asked me, how's it looking out in Sugar Land? Teens for wind gusts, it's just not going to be much. It'll be a little on the breezy side, but really because it is so far off to the east of us, it's really not affecting us with the winds. And you're also seeing a change in the storm surge. Now Matagorda Bay all the way to Freeport has been taken out of getting a 1 to 3 foot storm surge, and then the higher storm surge, as you can see, is where it's going to make land of 9 to 12 feet. We still have the flooding of the low-lying areas, a coastal flood warning. That's simply from that 1 to 3 foot storm surge. Highway 87 is the big issue out in Bolivar because it's a low road. It becomes impassable with just a little bit of that water that comes up. And what's happening with the water that comes up, when you look at the wave heights, which are anywhere from 3 to 5 feet right now, and then they go up, what happens is because of this circulation, what you see is the water piles up. But because of the path moving toward Louisiana, while there is a piling, because we're on that clean side, it's 1 to 3 feet at the most. By the way, what we're looking at is wave heights, and you're seeing some 20-foot waves just to the right-hand side. Notice the right-hand side, the dirty side of this tropical system, to 6-foot waves off to the left-hand side. So a good example there. Otherwise, your extended 10-day forecast, a little bit of rain tomorrow. I'm not expecting a lot, but a little bit. And then temperatures slowly start to heat up. In fact, we're back in the mid-90s as we head toward Friday, and lower 90s Sunday. A couple chances of rain for Monday, it looks like, and also Friday of next week.